Welcome back to Real Shift, where we like to talk real shit all day, every day, all for the love of movies. I am Joe. Before I get into it, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Any little bit of feedback or support would be greatly appreciated. Without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. This is going to be a fairly serious topic, but it's something that I feel very strongly about and something that needs to be said. So please just try to understand that I'm not trying to sway anybody with their opinions on anything or anything like that. This is just simply me talking out loud about recent events that have been going on in the world. I don't try to get involved in politics on this show, on this channel, and I still am going to continue to do so, but in this particular case, I know this is going to be taken as a political stance for some reason, but it's not. This is not meant to be political in any which way. This is just, in my personal opinion, this is about just common human decency at this point, and how certain companies are taking advantage of people, and certain companies are still attempting to profit off of the current situation that the world is in right now. And I have a problem with that. And one of the major companies that is doing that, in my personal opinion, is Disney. Now, if you've ever watched any of my videos, you know exactly how I feel about Disney. I think Disney is a cancer to the entertainment industry. I think they do nothing but buy up all these properties, and then they put out and mass produce these movies that have no soul, no creativity, and then we're just left with mindless entertainment that I forget about an hour after I watch it. Well, it's escalated on further from there. Now, I'll be the first one to admit that there was a time when I liked Disney. When they were doing their animated classic type movies, of course, I love all those. I have them all right down here below me. The old white shell VHS tapes. I used to collect them, and I had them all, and I watched them all as a kid. So Disney was a part of my upbringing. It was something that influenced me as a young child to be creative. But at some point, they turned into something else. They turned into this anti-creativity company. And basically, they, at this point, in my personal opinion, don't have much in the way of morals. It's all about making money to them. I'm not saying it's not always been about making money. I'm sure it is. I mean, any business is about making money. But I really don't think that Disney has any kind of conscious, like moral compass in a way to basically not do things that are going to take advantage of people, or not going to do things that are going to manipulate people, or not do things that just simply are morally incomprehensible. And that is just where I'm at right now. And now we have news of, within the past, I guess, week or so, they have opened their parks to the public. And of course it's limited capacity. Of course they're encouraging you to, I guess, enforce the social distancing guidelines or whatever. Here's the thing. I don't care if you don't believe in the whole epidemic thing. I don't care if you don't believe in masks. I don't care if you don't believe in any of that. There are some people who do, and there are statistics to back up their reasoning behind that. And whether you believe it or not, I think it's in everyone's best interest to just abide by the guidelines. It's not really hurting anything, and possibly maybe just, I don't know, just ride this thing out and do the best we can and hope for the best. Well, if you're opening up theme parks at this point, then that's not exactly doing the best we can do. I mean, theme parks are one of those things that are just not a necessity. I don't care. I understand they're great for entertainment. They're great to get away. They're great to forget about, the problems in the world and to just get away and have fun. But right now, it's just not necessary, and it doesn't need to be open. And to me, it just screams of just being greedy, of just, they've probably experienced some losses within the past few months, and they're opening prematurely as corona cases reportedly are spiking in Florida. And this is just another reason for me to dislike Disney. This is just another reason for me to not agree with the way they handle themselves and the way they operate, because I don't feel like they have their consumers' best interest in heart. I feel like they're a selfish company, and I feel like they simply want your money, and they'll do anything they can to get your money, even if that means getting you sick or possibly killing you because of a global pandemic that's going on right now. So then a news story came out today from MovieWeb, and basically it's comments from the Disney heiress herself, Abigail Disney, and she's basically saying how she's even confused about how Disney World could possibly be opening right now. So she did an interview. Abigail Disney says she's confused by Walt Disney World opening their doors to the public again. She had this to say: "I'm not looking at the same information they're looking at, but given what I do know, I'm confused about how they think they can possibly protect their guests and their employees." I concur with that. I mean, there's no way you could possibly regulate everybody in the park at any given time. There's going to be people who are going to violate social distancing guidelines, and there's no way to regulate that. So how can you 100% guarantee that everyone's safety that's going to be in that park? And that goes for your employees too, who are kind of put into a corner and are forced to be there. I mean, they need to get paid, and it's necessary for them to be there, and you're forcing them to be there when you could probably just pay them to stay home because you're Disney, and let's face it, you have the money to do so. She says, "I certainly know people who work there who are very uncomfortable, who have conditions like asthma, diabetes, that put you at a high risk, who are literally deciding whether they want to go back to work or buy food." So that's what you're doing. You're putting your own employees in a position where they have to actually choose between their own health and just being able to buy things and be able to live. And that shouldn't be the way that you operate as a company. I mean, as a company, as a global, big, huge conglomerate that Disney is, I think they should be able to just kind of give their employees the time off, pay them still because you can afford it, as I said, and just ensure their safety before you request or you demand that they come back to work. I'm sure that the employees were given an option, but I'm sure one of those options were to stay home and not get paid, and most people can't do that. So that's just another thing that it kind of goes unnoticed. Like, not only are they putting the public in danger, but they're putting their employees in danger as well. I think the fact that Abigail Disney, who is the heiress to the Disney empire, I think the fact that she's coming out and being critical of Disney, a lot of people will call it hypocritical because she's probably benefiting from it financially, and I understand that. But at the same time, the fact that she's mentioning anything at all, I think carries a little bit of merit, because why would you want to mess up a good thing if she is profiting off of it, unless she does have a conscience? And she probably maybe has more of a conscience than the people that are actually running the company. And that's been proven time and time again. And that's why I frequently use the hashtag Disney is garbage, because I just feel like this company is greedy, they're selfish, they're uncreative, and they just are, again, they're just a cancer to the entertainment community. They're a cancer to just business in general. Like, they just eat up a large chunk of all these different markets, from entertainment to theme parks, and all they do is just take up a large chunk of that market and just keep it all to themselves, and there's no room for anyone else to grow, for anyone else to create like they did at one time, like Walt Disney himself did at one time. It was all about creation and being creative and inspiring people. But now it's just about making money, and I think that's really unfortunate. Again, I understand if you don't agree with this. I'm not asking everyone to agree with me, but I just think that this is something that needed to be said. I think it's unfortunate what's happening. I think it's unfortunate how people are being forced to go and be places where they're uncomfortable being just to get a paycheck. I don't think that's right at all. And I really think that people should make a conscious effort not to go to these places even though they're open. Use your own free will and just don't go to Disney. It's not necessary. It's not like going to a grocery store or going to whatever because you need supplies or you need food. This is an entertainment theme park. Like, it's not necessary right now. Stay home and don't put anyone else at risk unnecessarily. That's all. That's the only thing I have to say about it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments down below. Sorry to make such a serious video, but it's something that is kind of been on my mind for a few days, and I just wanted to get it out there. So please, everyone, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching, and peace out.